everyone, it's Kaylee. Happy Saturday! So I thought I would make a video today. I am trying really hard to be consistent with this because I know that I haven't been the most consistent YouTuber in the past. I've been trying really hard to make videos all the time, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So Brandon is not up to Plymouth this weekend, so I'm pretty bored. I have nothing to do until tonight, so it's like, what are you gonna do today, Kaylee? What are you gonna do? I actually just thought of this. I was trying to what is my hair doing? Okay. I was trying to think of things to tell you guys about because I feel like I've told a lot of stories. I've told all my spooky horror stories and all stupid things that happen to me, embarrassing things. And I realized I haven't told you one of the horror stories that has occurred to me in my lifetime. And I don't mean scary stories, I mean it was just such a mess. It does involve people that I am friends with, and I am going to protect. I don't want them to get upset, and I don't want to invade anyone's privacy, so I'm just gonna keep them as friend 1 and friend 2. A little backstory on this. I, as a child, was in several fashion shows and bridal shows with my mom. We did just various charity fashion shows, which was really fun. And it was something that I just have always grown up doing, and so that is why I agreed to do the fashion show that I'm about to talk about. So this was my senior year of high school, and friend 1 and friend 2 were in this class that was a fashion merchandising class, and their end of the year project was to collaborate with this shop that was in the downtown area of the town next to mine. And they did a fashion show to promote the dresses and gowns that the shop had to offer. Now, this shop was a retailer for very big names, but they sold them at lower prices, which actually wasn't the case at all. This shop they're not open anymore, that's the easiest way I can put it. So friend 2, we'll call her, came to me one day and said, hey, we're doing this fashion show and we need models, and I know that you like to do fashion shows, so I was wondering if you would like to model in the fashion show. And of course I was ecstatic, so excited about it. And she said, oh, and on top of that we can have your boyfriend, who is my ex-boyfriend, Bobby. You guys have seen him in these videos, and I'll say his name because you guys know who he is. She said, we'll put you together, and he's going to model a tux, and you're going to model a gown, and then you'll have a short dress and all this stuff. And it sounded super exciting, so I was like, yeah, I will definitely help you out. And everything seemed great. Well, we go to the fitting, which was a couple of weeks before the show. I realized that it was kind of you pick your own dress, which was really exciting. So I got to go through the store, and I got to pick out a short dress and a gown to wear. And the gown portion of the fashion show was the part where Bobby would be escorting me. So first of all, I pick out this short dress that was really cute. It was it was a mini dress. I can describe it only as it had gold and silver sequins all over it, kind of a sweetheart top, and it actually it kind of resembles one of my pageant dresses that I have that I'm going to show on a later vlog. But anyway, it was really cute, and I felt really super grown up in it. I was 18, but I look a lot younger, and I just felt like I looked older and cool in it. Yeah, that sounded super lame. I looked so cool in it. Anyway, so Bobby was there, and he was like, I really like that dress. You should definitely do that one. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is my short dress, and I take it off, and I put it on the rack with my name on it. And they're like, yep, okay, cool. It's put aside for you. So then we moved on to the long dresses, and the problem with the long dresses is that I'm 4'11", so I brought my really high heels, and I said, okay, I brought my heels, they're 5 inches high, can I try on some long dresses? Well, the ladies in the shop were really skeptical. They were like, well, you're kind of short and these dresses aren't hemmed, so I don't think that we're going to put you in a long dress for the show. Now, the whole point of my boyfriend being in the show with me was that he got to escort me on the long dress portion of the fashion show. So if I wasn't in that portion, he wouldn't get to escort me. He'd have to escort somebody else. So immediately I was kind of ticked off about this. I felt like they were discriminating against the fact that I was a short person. Bear in mind, we're gonna call her girl number 3. Girl number 3 was somebody that was from a different school that also collaborated with this class, and she was just as short as I was. And so I kind of pointed that out. I said, so-and-so, you know, has that gown, whatever. So I proceeded to try on a bunch of long gowns, and basically the woman that owned the shop was like, no, you can't wear that, you can't wear that, that's way too long on you. So I end up wearing this really, really just not attractive silver gown that just didn't look good on me. It didn't fit right. They were tying it all weird so that it would fit me. Basically just trying to make me happy. So that already ticked me off. But I was like, okay, whatever. At least I'm in the long dress portion. It's fine. Whatever. So we leave. And a few days goes by. And friend number 2 comes up to me at school and says, I have to tell you something. You're going to have to go back in for another fitting because your short dress got bought by girl number 3. Now, girl number 3 is the girl I was just talking about, the one that is short like me from a different school. And I said, what do you mean she bought it? And my friend says, well, I guess she really liked it and she saw it on the rack, and so she asked if she could buy it. And so the lady said, okay, well, it would make more sense if we just have you wear this in the show because you're buying it. To me, this already didn't make sense because I wasn't even aware that we could do this, and I just was like, what do you mean? Like, she's buying it. She can't just take the dress. It already has my name on it. Like, she can buy it after the show. I don't see why I can't still wear it in the show. But they were trying to make the argument, well, it's her dress. She owns it now. So I kind of was like, okay, whatever. It's fine. I'll go pick out something else. So my mom and I go to the shop, and just us, after school that day. And I go, and unfortunately, all that was left on the rack were kind of the dresses that nobody else wanted. And they put me in this yellow dress, and it looked terrible on me. I was standing in the mirror, and they were like, the women that own the shop were like, this is so cute on you. Oh my God, this is so beautiful, and all these things. And my mom is sitting there like this. That was her legit face. And she was shaking her head, and she's like, I guess you can have that one since that's the only one left. So pretty much it was, I didn't have a choice, and these women knew that, and they wanted to warm me up to the fact that I had to wear this dress that was just, it didn't look good on me. It was not for my body type. It was not the color for my skin tone. It was terrible. And nevertheless, they put it off to the side with my name on it, and then I see like my old dress sitting there with the other girl number 3's name on it, and I'm like, this is just so annoying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So a few days go by, and friend number 1, who was the friend that I wasn't dealing with as much in this situation, comes up to me. She says to me, you know, I have to tell you something. And she pulls me off to the side, and she takes like this deep breath, and it just seemed like she was struggling with the fact that she didn't want to tell me what she was about to say because she knew that it was going to cause a huge problem, which of course it did. She tells me that this girl number 3, did not actually buy the dress that was originally mine for the fashion show. Basically, this girl went in and she tried on the dress that had my name on it, and the women that own the shop said, it looks much better on you. We're gonna have you wear that, and we're just gonna tell her that you bought the dress, so you have to wear it. That is so unprofessional. I'm sorry. Like, that is not how you run a shop. That's like somebody going in for their prom dress and having a prom dress put aside, and then have someone else come in and being like, no, you can try it on. Oh, it looks better on you. We're gonna give it to you. That is so not okay. So my friend tells me this, and friend number 1 tells me this, and I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for telling me, because I was just completely in the dark about this. I looked stupid because now I'm wearing these 2 really hideous dresses that don't fit me right, because this other girl wants the lighting. I need to get lights. So basically what happened was that I just felt super like thrown off by this entire thing. To top it all off, friend number 1 tells me that my other friend number 2, totally knew the entire time that that girl didn't actually buy the dress. Now, she and I have been friends for a really long time, me and friend number 2, and friend number 1. We've all been friends for a really long time, and the fact that she didn't tell me obviously sent me way over the edge, because I felt really embarrassed by the fact that I didn't know this, and I was completely blindsided by this company, by these women. Oh my God, the lighting. The fact that My friend didn't tell me that she knew all of this, and like didn't tell me that this shop was totally trying to just like trick me. Put me over the edge. And I've never had a fight with friend number 2 before. She and I have never like had confrontation. So of course, when I called her on the phone and started yelling at her, I think it caught her really off guard. I told her that if she didn't get me the dress that was mine back and she didn't fix the situation, then I wasn't gonna do her show. She absolutely refused to confront the ladies at the store. She refused to say what she thought about the situation. She didn't think it was fair, she said, but she said, I basically don't want to cross this other girl. I don't feel like she's gonna give you your dress back either way. I totally think that this could have been resolved. I think that the shop could have given me my dress back had the people in the class actually said something, because this is so unprofessional. So what ended up happening was I told my mother who, if you guys don't really know my mom, but my mom is a very outspoken person. She likes to fight battles with me. So she called up the shop, and the shop actually was somebody that she'd been dealing with for pageants for a while, and so she knew them, and she explained who she was. And basically what happened was they lied completely and said that they didn't know that this girl wasn't buying the dress. They said, oh, she said she was, and all this stuff, and my mom was like, you're lying, and they were going back and forth, and then before we know it, the teacher from the class, from the actual class, is calling my mom and yelling at her, saying, you know, your daughter is lying, and she's saying that we took her dress from her, but that's not the case, and all this stuff. My mind was just could not believe that a business actually did this. To tell a girl that they look better in something than somebody else, I mean, that's just... And I was super, super upset about this because it was something that I was really looking forward to. So since my friend wouldn't fix it, or wouldn't attempt to try and help me fix it, I actually did drop the fashion show, and my boyfriend dropped the fashion show after some persuasion. He actually wanted to stick with it because he was like, well, I made this commitment and people bought tickets and all these things, and I was like, it's about loyalty. This is about loyalty. This is about sticking with the fact that I got totally screwed over by this whole situation. So needless to say, I didn't do the fashion show, and friend 2 and I, we were a little rocky for a little while. You know, it's just one of those things where you don't do that to a friend. You don't lie for somebody else. You're not supposed to be on the side of the wrongdoers in this situation, and she was. I'm still bitter about it. It just infuriated me because, of course, afterward my friend number 2 was posting photos from that day and this girl in my dress and everything, and I was just really ticked off about it. It was one of those things where my pride was not going to allow me to back down to these people and to just not say anything. And after having a massive fight with people like that, you just don't want to be around them anymore. So yeah. So the last thing we're going to do today is actually something new that I want to do and I want to add in at the end of my videos. One of my really, really good friends from home, not involved in this video at all, she actually made me this jar when I was going into college. We were both leaving for college, and she made me this, and she filled it with a bunch of inspirational quotes, jokes, inside jokes from she and I, memories, etc. And so I pull paper from it every now and then when I need some kind of like advice or something from her, and it's kind of like cool because it's always kind of related to what I'm thinking about when I pull the paper out, or it makes me laugh when I need to. So what I want to do is I want to pull one out at the end of each video and read it, and if it has a little story tacked onto it, I might do that, but anything personal I'm not going to do because she and I are really close and I don't want her to get upset with me sharing too much, but I want to share quotes and things, so let's see. So this is actually a quote. We love those who know the worst of us and don't turn their faces away, and that's by Walker Percy. That is so true. We do love those who know the worst of us and don't turn away. So and she's definitely one of those people. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys subscribe to my channel. I don't have a set day that I put out videos. This would be a time when I would say that, but I don't. But I'll be putting up videos pretty often this year, so please keep watching. Hopefully you guys can give me some ideas down in the comments of what you want to see. So yeah, I will see you guys later.